There are moments in music that don't just fill a concert hall, they fill the soul. When three voices blend together in perfect harmony to sing one of humanity's most sacred prayers, something extraordinary happens. Something beyond performance. Something that feels like grace itself descending upon everyone fortunate enough to witness it. If you've ever experienced Il Volo performing Schubert's Ave Maria live, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, welcome to a journey through 7 unforgettable moments that touched hearts across continents and reminded us why music remains the most powerful language we'll ever know. Picture this: the lights dim in a sold-out arena somewhere between Rome and New York, and thousands of voices hush to absolute silence. It's the kind of silence that feels sacred, the kind you only experience in cathedrals or in those rare instances when an entire crowd collectively holds its breath. Piero, Ignazio, and Gianluca step forward, and in that stillness, the first delicate notes of Ave Maria begin to float through the air like whispered prayers. Fans describe the moment as transcendent, as if time itself had stopped. Many in the audience were seen closing their eyes, letting those crystalline harmonies wash over them like waves of pure emotion. Did you feel this moment too? That instant when the noise of the world falls away and all that remains is beauty? Then comes the moment when Piero's voice soars into the stratosphere, holding a note so pure and powerful that it seems impossible for a human being to produce such sound. The stage lights shift to softer hues of blue and gold, casting the trio in an almost ethereal glow. In cities from Buenos Aires to Tokyo, viewers around the world shared how this performance stayed with them long after the final note faded. Some spoke of feeling chills racing down their spines. Others confessed they couldn't stop the tears that came unbidden, streaming down their faces in the semi-darkness. There's something profoundly moving about watching 3 young men pour their entire hearts into a prayer that has comforted millions across centuries. Their vulnerability becomes our vulnerability, their devotion becomes our own. As the performance builds, there's always that breathtaking moment of transition. The pause between phrases where the entire arena seems to exist in suspended animation. Ignazio's hand moves slightly, a subtle gesture that speaks volumes about the care they're taking with every syllable. Gianluca's eyes close as he approaches his verse, lost completely in the music. These aren't just singers going through the motions of a well-rehearsed number. These are artists completely surrendered to something greater than themselves. Fans in the front rows have described seeing the concentration on their faces, the way their bodies sway gently with the melody, the absolute communion happening between the 3 of them. Which city's performance touched you the most? Was it the raw emotion of their Milan show, the electric energy in Los Angeles, or perhaps the intimate magic of a smaller European venue? Midway through the piece, something remarkable always seems to happen. The audience, initially silent and reverent, begins to participate in their own way, not through applause or cheers, but through the collective intake of breath at particularly beautiful moments, through the sound of thousands of people experiencing the same goosebumps simultaneously. In Montreal, fans reported hearing soft sobs throughout the crowd. In Madrid, someone called out, "Incredible," during a brief instrumental moment, their voice cracking with emotion. These spontaneous reactions, far from disrupting the performance, somehow enhance it, creating a feedback loop of feeling between stage and seats that elevates everyone present. There's also that point in every performance where you can see gratitude radiating from Il Volo themselves. Perhaps it's after a particularly challenging vocal run, when they glance at each other with expressions that seem to say, "Can you believe we get to do this?" Their smiles break through the solemnity for just a second, not enough to shatter the sacred atmosphere, but enough to remind us that these are 3 friends sharing an extraordinary gift. Viewers around the world shared stories of how this authenticity, this genuine joy mixed with reverence, made them fall in love with Il Volo all over again. Have you ever felt music like this before? Not just heard it, but felt it resonating in the chambers of your heart? As the final verse approaches, the emotional intensity reaches its peak. The 3 voices intertwine in harmonies so complex yet so natural they seem to have existed forever, just waiting for these particular voices to discover them. Standing ovations have begun even before the last note fully fades in some cities, with audiences unable to contain their overwhelming need to express what they've just experienced. But in other venues, the silence continues even after the music stops. A silence more eloquent than any applause could be, stretching for 5, 10, sometimes 15 seconds as people struggle to return from wherever the music has taken them. And then comes the release, the eruption of applause, the standing ovations that seem to go on forever, the tears flowing freely now without shame. Many in the audience were seen wiping their eyes, embracing strangers beside them, united by what they'd just witnessed. From Sao Paulo to Sydney, from Dublin to Dubai, fans described feeling connected not just to Il Volo, but to everyone else in the arena, to everyone who has ever been moved by this particular prayer, to the very essence of what it means to be human and vulnerable and open to beauty. This is the gift Il Volo brings to the world, not just exceptional vocal technique, though they certainly possess that in abundance. Not just star power or charisma, though they have those too. What they bring is the ability to create moments of genuine transcendence, to build bridges between cultures and languages through the universal language of emotion and artistry. When they sing Ave Maria, they remind us that in our increasingly divided world, there are still experiences that can unite us all, still moments of grace available to anyone willing to open their heart and listen. If this performance touched your soul, I invite you to share your experience in the comments below. Tell us where you were, what you felt, and how Il Volo's music has impacted your life. Don't forget to like this video if it brought back those powerful memories, and subscribe to join our community of music lovers who understand that some performances don't just entertain, they transform. Let's keep this beautiful conversation going, because music like this deserves to be celebrated, remembered, and shared with every generation to come.